Imagine an apocalyptic world where mankind has depleted most of our planetary resources. The only option we have left is to leave our planet and find a new home to start again. In a dramatic showdown, we unite as a world and pull together all our skills. We were lucky. Historians would later explain that the mighty gluten shielded us from harm. The gluten was strong with us and we managed to find home on a new planet. Back on Earth, a few million years later, nature reclaimed what was previously mankind's land. Slowly, year by year, the wasted lands of death flourished again. Earth became so full of life again that soon after another species decided to settle in, and this time to do better to our planet. Sadly, the species had not discovered the secrets of the gluten yet. What a sad life. However, they found your bag with sourdough starter and soon after mastered the gluten craftsmanship. Life became good once more on planet Earth.
Gluten Tag. Okay, well, aliens 250 million years. Let's have a look at a shorter time frame. This little hack that I'll show you today comes in really handy when you're out for a few weeks or a few months. Actually, some scientists have found yeast spores that are more than 250 million years old. So chances are this hack is also going to work for a longer period of time. No matter what, I always like to have a contingency in case I destroy my sourdough starter. That way I always feel safe with whatever stuff I'm feeding my starter. It's always going to come back to life.
So what you need a healthy sourdough starter and you need some whole grain flour. Next up, I'm using 100 grams of whole grain flour and then I'm using 10 grams of sourdough starter. Next, I'm just getting my hands dirty and I will be incorporating the sourdough starter into the flour. This takes a little while. Try to break up the big chunks of sourdough starter if possible. Then it's time to put this to a long-term storage container. Why? Close this. That's it. I'm happy with how this looks.
And then all I do is I store it in my cupboard where there's not a lot of light. I can close this easily.
And then 250 million years later, or in my case, a week later, all you do is you mix your mixture with another 100 grams of water so that we have a 1-to-1 ratio of flour and water again. Just stir this. Make sure everything is nicely homogenized. You don't want any bits of flour left at the bottom of the jar. Then cover this. I like to place a small rubber band, and the moment that I see that this doubles within 5 to 10 hours, we are ready to bake our first bread. Now likely it's not going to happen on the first feeding. I recommend you to do one feeding now every day using a 1-to-5-to-5 ratio, meaning you will take 10 grams of this, place 10 grams in a new jar, feed with 50 grams of flour and 50 grams of water. Repeat until you see the doubling in size within 5 to 10 hours. The rest, don't throw it away. I have a discard starter jar in my fridge. I use that to bake an amazing discard starter bread every time.
That brings us to the end of the video. Thanks for watching and may the gluten be with you.
I was crying and then cry farting.